And then this, I'm gonna be really mad, because I can't do all that in my head. You have to show me the steps. There might be a couple you can skip, I understand that, but I need to see your process. I don't wanna just see you go into a book or something and find things. We'll take some work.
When I'm looking at 3 and I look back at the one you just did on number 7 of the previous one, I think it was number 7. Let me look. Yeah, where it's 5C minus 4 C plus 3. I mean, I'm almost to the point that I'm now probably put the 4 outside. I mean, 4 in the bracket, 4C plus D on the problem that we're doing now. See, I get confused there. In other words, the 4D squared minus 4.
You want to take a 4 out?
No, I just want to put, instead of 2D on each side, I want to put 4D and D.
Okay. And some people would have chosen that, but when you do the any out, it wouldn't have worked. So you would have had to go to a different pair. All right. With number 4, all right, we got to have it set equal to 0. That's always step 1. How would you move a positive 9?
Negative.
So we're going to have 25x squared minus 9 equals 0. Oh, step 1's done. Gotta have it set equal to 0.
Okay, this may be a dumb question, but we're going to put the negative 9 under the x or just kind of over?
Just so you know it's going
okay.
to.
And then this is going to be the DOX.
Yes.
With
Difference of squares. I know it's difference of squares because there are only 2 terms. Here's a subtraction sign. And I can write all these guys with squares. So how could I rewrite the 25?
5 squared.
5 squared.
X squared minus 3 squared.
Keep it equal to 0. You don't want to change the problem. So everything has a square. What do I do with my squares?
Cross them out.
Cross them out.
5x minus 3 equals 0.
So I've got 5x minus 3. What do you always have to say? What's the conjugate?
5x plus
5x plus
I
3.
have 2 pieces equals 0. So that was just factoring difference of squares. Once you have those 2 pieces, then you will set them equal to 0 on their own. So I'm going to have 5x minus 3 equals 0. And then I'm going to have 5x plus 3 equals 0. Go ahead and solve both of those. They both will be fraction answers.
The portion where you move the 9 over to make it 0, it's simply, what do you need to tack on this equation to make the answer 0 instead?
Yes. And how would you move this thing over here to get 0? You would have to subtract 9.
Okay, and it was a negative 9, you'd have to add 9 to the equation.
Yes.
Okay, so the writing it that way
It's
is
just to show me that
it's for no future reason.
No.
Okay.
As long as you know it's got to travel.
And how do we know that goes to a 0 just because of the
That's
equal
the
sign?
has to have an equal 0. It's the only way you can solve quadratic.
So on the quiz and the test,
They have to
we
be
see that equal sign,
You know to keep going and actually solving.
solve it to a 0.
Correct. If there's no equal 0, you just factor.
Don't we still just up here and because what we saw the directional behavior and orange, right? As long as you're still seeing it.
Yeah, I just have to see the factor portion and the weight portion.
Say that again, if you see no,
If you don't see an equal sign, you're just going to factor them like we did all of these. We didn't solve any of those. If there's an equal sign, you're actually going to say x equals something. Divide by 5 to each. So you should be getting 3 over 5. That's the first one. So that's and here, I'm going to subtract 3. So 5x equals negative 3. Again, divide by 5. X equals negative 3 over 5. Just a little helpful hint with conjugates. If you're dealing with difference of squares and you're looking at your conjugates, your answer will also be opposite signs. Yeah, so it's one of the place. All right, so a couple more. Now, let's try